Yo, what up guys, welcome back to Patch.
Welcome back.
Yes, and today we're going to be doing the top 5 mice for 50 bucks. So 50 bucks is pretty damn cheap. We've done this video before, but and some people were like $50 is expensive, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, because you can go lower in price, but there's an issue with build quality at that point. Like if you get like one of the cheap like Amazon mice, like we reviewed the Pick Tech, we did a Does a Game on it. It was like what, $11? Major quality control issues at that point. So this is our top 5 mice under $50, and then these are all mice that we would actually use as well,
or are actually using, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you guys want to get any of these mice that are on this list, we'll try to leave a link in the description box, but let's get it started off with number 5.
Number 5, so we're putting the Deathadder Elite on this. So the V2 is a little bit too expensive to go on this list at the time of making this video. So the Deathadder Elite, you can find anywhere for $30, sometimes 20 on sale. I remember it was 20 around Black Friday, which is nuts. So if you're looking for a very, very inexpensive option, and the Deathadder is just a tried and true mouse. I mean, people have loved this one for years. It's one of the most popular mice just of all time. So that's one that if you're looking for a rather inexpensive mouse, that's a good one to have on your desk for sure.
And the quality is there, you know?
Yeah.
The finish on the mouse is good. It is quite a large mouse though.
Yeah, it's a pretty large mouse. It's also an ergonomic mouse. So if you're into the ergo mice, Deathadder is going to be for you for sure. It's also got those big side buttons on it, which I like personally. Super easy to press. The quality's there, and if you can find it on sale for about $30, which just about everywhere it is, almost all the time, then that's a really good steal.
Yes.
So moving on to number 4, we've got the MM710 on there. So this guy's actually going to be one of the first light mice that goes on the list.
Yes.
Now this is...
How much does this weigh? Just watch.
We had 52 grams on their website.
Yes, 54 they lied to us. No, 2 grams doesn't really matter.
Yeah. 2 grams, you won't really notice the difference.
Yeah.
Now the thing about this mice, I'm going to start with the bad and then we'll move on to the good. It suffers from some quality control issues. The sidewall, it flexes in a little bit. The button clicks aren't that great.
No.
But that's really only if you're pressing down hard on them. Like if you're just clicking pretty regular, you won't really notice the difference.
But but if you compare it to like this updated 711, which has better build quality, then you'll definitely notice the difference. But if you're just kind of using it and you're kind of used to it, kind of like just gaming and whatever, you won't notice it as much.
And this one comes in just at the $50 mark as well. So if you can spare the extra $20 or so, go with the MM711. You'll get the extra build quality out of that if you like the shape of the 710. Just a good all-around option, especially for a light mouse that's under $50. You get a good mouse here.
Yes.
It's also very, very small. So that's something to note about small to medium-sized hands. Yeah. Large hands you might struggle unless you're claw gripping it.
And of course, I would recommend it mostly for fingertip grip. If you palm it, I mean, I would say you can get away with it, but for me personally, it's just not a comfortable like mouse shape for palm gripping. So So there's that. And also another thing that is a little bit of a difference is that the 711 has the RGB light inside. That's very important.
You'll click more heads.
Exactly, and it just looks better in my opinion. But of course that adds a little bit of weight, but that's up to you. You need to like whatever you choose. But there's number 4. Moving on to number 3, we got the Model D, and I'm sure the weight is pretty. Yeah, that's pretty funny. 69 grams.
Yep.
The Model D is great. Glorious makes awesome mice. It is an ergonomic mouse. It has a very, very interesting arch shape. And of course, like all ergo mice, your hand's gonna be a little bit slanted.
Yeah, it's got a fat arch.
Exactly,
on there.
exactly.
But it's still comfortable. It's ergo, but if you're right-handed, and I think the D is a really good option. Yes. It's $50. You get the quality that Glorious always comes out with. Braided cable, PTFE skates, super light, 69 grams, and then you get big buttons on there as well. Most importantly, RGB on the sides. So can't forget about that.
Yes.
But that's a great option. That's our number 3 pick. That's definitely going to be good for medium hands. I mean, it's good for really everyone if you're going to palm it. If you have large hands, you might be able to even fingertip it.
Yeah, fingertipping is pretty difficult, especially for me because the arch is pretty damn high. But I can make it work. All right, moving on to number 2, we got the Glorious Model O, which I believe is this mouse. We got so many mice on this desk. Alright, so the Model O is probably one of my favorite mice. I really like this mouse. You got some nice RGB. The shape is really good. It's very similar to the FK2, and the FK2 is definitely one of my favorite mice of all time.
Yeah, some of the defining factors about the Model O. Obviously, the weight. It was one of the first to go towards like 68 grams and just getting below that 70 gram mark, and for a low price as well. So it's $49.99 on their website. And you get excellent quality. Now they fixed the whole issue they were having with the cables and all that. So they've got their Ascendant cable on there, great cable, PTFE skates again, and then you've got solid side buttons, great RGB, scroll wheel's good. The only thing that's really suffered from where the clicks aren't that great.
Yeah.
But it's something where if you're gaming with it for a while, you'll get used to it. Honestly, this is a phenomenal mouse. It's tried and true. It's well loved among the community. So for $50, the Model O, thumbs up for me. I mean, that defining feature of sort of like the very low arch on there, reminiscent of the FK2, like you said, and just it's lengthwise. It's a longer mouse. Mm-hmm. So you get sort of that with it. So if those are some aspects that you look for in a mouse, you're gonna love the Model O.
All right, moving on to number 1, which it's this guy's daily driver, and he loves the mouse very much. Me, not as much as him, but I still think it's a great mouse.
Yeah, so number 1, we've got the Razer Viper Mini. Now this mouse is $40. $40, brand new. And so I bought this thing essentially when it came out, and I've been using it as my daily driver ever since. We've got a lot of mice. This is the only one that I use currently, and I love it. It's 61 grams on their website. We weighed it in at actually, I think below that, we weighed it in at around 58, which was weird, but you know, it's great. So they got no holes on their design, which is cool. They're sort of flexing on us with that. And then they fixed all the side buttons, so it's not where like the Viper and then the Viper Ultimate struggled from having pretty difficult to press side buttons on there, which was completely remedied with the Viper Mini. I have no issues at all pressing them. Pure PTFE skates. Of course, you got their braided cable on there. Scroll wheel's nice and tactile, but it's a really
Can't forget
good
about
mouse.
the RGB, dude.
Yeah, the RGB is also important.
Yes.
Right there, and you've also got a little underglow at the back. It's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Underglow's dope. So we appreciate that for sure. 2 side buttons on there. Love to have 4, but dude, for $40, Razer Viper Mini, the quality you get is nearly unparalleled. To be honest with you. So that's going to be the number 1 pick on here for sure. But it is a small mouse. Again, it's the mini version of it. So if you have larger hands, if you like small mice, you might like this. But if you got larger hands, it may be a little uncomfortable for you.
And don't get the Viper, because the Viper is not very nice.
Yeah, the Viper definitely, they got to fix the side buttons on there.
Just all the buttons on that mouse is just, I didn't like it, you know? But anyways, that's our list. Again, if you guys want to get any of these mice, we'll leave a link in the description box. But hope we helped you guys out, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you in the next one.